Hello friends, in this video I'm going to talk about the functioning of heart and remove some of the misconceptions about heart as a center of emotions and maybe as a place where an individual soul or the spirit or even the God's soul dwells. This is a misconception which we have been following and given in the scriptures and also passed on by the pundits and some philosophers. However, it is certainly not true. So here's a very brief and the simple poem about heart. Hope you'll enjoy it. Autobiography of a Heart. Hello, I am an innocent heart. I am admired in every art. To express my circulation right, I tell a poet to sweetly write. The function of heart is only to circulate blood and nothing else. On the left side of fleshy chest, I live in a very homely nest. The ribs give me protection. To pump blood is my function, and that's the only role of heart. I look like an inverted pear and serve without any fear. Though only the size of a fist, I'm noted as lover's tryst. By contraction and relaxation, I cause blood circulation. My jargon lists veins and auricles, also arteries and ventricles. Now I clear a misconception. I do not produce any emotion. The thinking brain also feels emotion. In response, I pump with a variation. So it's the brain only, and its faculty mind which is thinking, reasoning logically, and also it's a center for emotions. Nothing to do with the heart. Heart has nothing to do with emotions. So when we are excited, when we are happy, so we get a positive impulse going to the heart and the heart pumps more blood. Similarly, when we are sad, sullen, depressed, mind gives less signals and the pumping rate from the heart is less, so the blood flows with less rate, less volume of blood flowing through the arteries and the veins per minute. So that's the main role of heart, is just to pump the blood through the blood vessels. Nothing to do with the emotions. And also it's not the seat for anybody's soul or spirit or even godly spirit. No. According to various schools of thought, and I also meditated, it's again, the soul, individual soul dwells somewhere in the brain. According to the Brahma Kumaris, the soul, it dwells in hypothalamus part of the brain, somewhere here. It's called the third eye, and hypothalamus resides somewhere in the center of the forehead, and that's where individual soul dwells. It's metaphysical, beyond the five senses, and that's where the soul dwells, again not in the heart. And godly spirit or the soul, it's located somewhere in the universe. They call it Atma Lok, in other words, where all the souls dwell after death. And God's spirit or soul is fixed like sun. It does not move. Just like sun gives sunshine by being fixed at a place, similarly God's soul or spirit is fixed, but it controls and governs the entire universe. I work without any pause. When I stop, death is the cause. So after death, as we know, heart stops functioning. And actually, there are various definitions of death, but the medically accepted definition of death is that brain death is called death of a person. Before, it was thought that heart stops functioning, so the person has died. Then another definition evolved. It said, when the lungs stop functioning and the breathing stops functioning, death comes. Then it was later on evolved, and new definition of death which is now recognized by the healthcare community is that brain death is called death, and which again actually supports the philosophy that brain death, so at that time the soul will depart the body and go to the Atma Lok, or where all the souls dwell. For life to go many a mile, I ask you for a loving smile. Thank you, my friends, for listening to my poem. Have a beautiful day. I love you all. Bye for now.